Okay, so let's see. Let me get to where we are. Hopefully this is it. Hey there, little lady, you made it. Thought you were leaving. Thanks for coming over, Kevin and Margot and 22 other people that are here so right away. Thank you very much for 25. Thank you very much for getting right in there. And we are going to pull up, now doggone it, because we had a power failure and we didn't get to page 300 last night. We got to page like 262, I think. Let me pull up the police report. And I believe we were on 260 something. Let's see. Let's start just right back at 1. No, we're not starting at 1. Let's try, I believe it was like 262, I want to say. Unknown James, Seth Blount. I think this is where we were on 262. Because this was, yeah, we talked about Tiffany Mills. So we were on Seth Blount, I believe, right? Or maybe, let me see. Does anybody remember? I don't think we read any of this yet. All right, let's go back to Seth Blount. I do remember Chaz Zorek. David told me that he was a friend as they had played football together. David denied being at the party and told me that he sent a screenshot. I don't know. I'm going to just make sure and do this. Start here. Okay, so this is author Seth Blount. On 11/3/2023, that's my father's birthday, 9:12 hours, the Queen Creek Police Department received a call from a male subject named James, who wanted to remain anonymous. James wanted to give information about the assault that happened on 10/28/2023. On 11/3/2023, 15:01 hours, I contacted James at the number he provided dispatch. I placed my phone on speaker so that I could record the conversation with my Axon body-worn camera. The following is a summary. Interview. James stated he has a son who he wanted to remain anonymous, but is a junior that attends Desert Ridge High School. James stated on 11/1/2023, James's son told him that a group of kids at Desert Ridge High School were talking about the fight. James stated that none of the kids that he knows attended the party on 10/28. And they redact all of that. James was leery about providing information about what the kids at Desert Ridge said, because if Talon isn't involved, he doesn't want to name someone who is innocent. James stated that some of the kids at Desert Ridge High School that were discussing this used to attend Sassamana State School along with Talon Renner. James also stated he doesn't want to accuse someone who's innocent and doesn't want to provide his son's name. James stated that some of the kids were going to tell their parents and may have called or would be calling. James did state that detectives could call if they had any other questions that he might be able to answer or help in this case. And then we have Chaz Zorek. On November 1st, approximately 19 hours, I was dispatched to follow up with reporting party David Lane Stoddard via telephone. David had advised the Mesa Police Communications that he had a screenshot from the Snapchat social media app which had subjects involved in the assault that he wanted to share with the Queen Creek Police Department. David requested officer contact via telephone. At approximately 1921 hours, I called David. David and I began discussing what information he had and his relation to the incident. David told me that he was a friend of someone whose name is redacted, as they had played football together. David denied being at the party and told me that he was sent a screenshot that had been taken from Snapchat listing the names of subjects believed to be involved in the assault. David agreed to share the screenshot and was provided an Accent Community request link to upload the screenshot, which he did. Upon reviewing the screenshot, it listed the following text. That kid also. Here's names: Mason Jostin and Treston Talon Renner. The screenshot appeared to have been cropped and does not show who typed in the names. There also appears to be a black bar concealing another name or user that may have been added, that may have continued adding information above, and Treston. David had no further information to share, and I concluded my call with him. Okay, and this just says that it was, documented, it's not verbatim thing. Okay, here we have Jason Coda. Synopsis 11/6/2023, approximately 2009 hours. Possible suspect information regarding the case was reported to Queen Creek Police Department. On 11/6, I was working between the hours of 2700 on 11/7/2023 in a fully marked patrol vehicle, a designated 4G40, within the town of Queen Creek. At approximately 2009 hours, I was dispatched to a call of service regarding a juvenile with a possible suspect information. I contacted via telephone a juvenile who wished to remain anonymous, identified as redacted, stated that they had seen a post on Snapchat of the fundraiser for the victim of this case. Riley stated that the post was a screenshot of the fundraiser with the captions, "Talon, I hope you go to jail." The witness stated that the post was uploaded by Snapchat user redacted, who, according to the witness, belongs to a female he identified as possibly someone, the ex-girlfriend of the male she identified as Talon Vigil, who the witness believes to be the possible suspect of this investigation. The witness stated that she replied to the post asking the female how she knew Talon was the suspect. The witness stated that the female answered with, "Because there's proof." The witness stated that this message was all it was ever exchanged between them. The witness provided her Snapchat handle. The witness stated that Talon also contacted her via the TikTok platform, indicating her to add him on Snapchat and providing 2 Snapchat handles. The witness stated that she attempted to add him in Snapchat, but the friend request hasn't been accepted yet. The witness also stated that Talon posted a video on TikTok 23 hours ago of him being in Las Vegas with some friends drinking Can-Am vehicles with driving Can-Am vehicles with the quote, "weekend ride out." The witness provided Talon's TikTok username. The witness stated that she used to go to the same school as Talon when they were younger, but they go to different high schools now. She stated that Talon currently attends Mesquite High School in Gilbert, Arizona. The witness also described Talon as a 16-year-old white male with blonde hair. The witness indicated that she has heard that there are videos of Talon going around during the incident and has heard multiple people talking about the same. The witness couldn't provide any specifics, but stated that multiple people are pointing Talon as being the person involved in the incident. Okay, and then Jason Coda again says, on 10/28/2023, approximately 21:49, a physical altercation took place between 2 groups of juveniles at the intersection of East Via del Rancho and South 194th Street. On 10/28/23, I was working between the hours of 2100 to 700 on 10/29/23 in a fully marked patrol vehicle within the town of Queen Creek. At approximately 21:49, I responded to a call for service for a physical altercation that took place, and that a male was unconscious on the ground and not breathing. I then upgraded my response to lights and sirens. Upon my arrival, I located a group of juveniles near the above-stated intersection. I observed a male laying on the ground and receiving CPR by the first arriving officer on scene. I observed the large group of juveniles, and I began to separate everyone and attempted to isolate every person to the best of my abilities, given the circumstances. As I was separating the group, more officers began arriving on scene, and I began directing the officers to the juveniles to start conducting interviews. I spoke with a male identified verbally as redacted, and this is that interview with that male. The witness stated that he saw the entire incident take place. The witness stated that he arrived to the house party and he learned about the house party from a social media post in Snapchat. The witness stated that he arrived to the party with a group of friends from his high school, to include his friend he identified as redacted. The witness stated that they were leaving the party when they observed two groups of individuals running. The witness stated that one group began fighting, and during the altercation, one male fell to the ground and did not stand back up. The witness stated that the male on the ground was not getting up, and he tried helping when he noticed that the male was not breathing. The witness stated that he began administering CPR until police arrival. The witness was transported to Queen Creek Police Department for a further interview. The witness' mother, identified as Marish Varley, was informed of the situation before transporting the son. Once at the police department, I asked the witness to begin explaining to me what occurred tonight from the very beginning, and the witness stated that he was at home when he called his group of friends, who advised him that there was a party in Queen Creek. The witness stated that he drove to his friend's house, whom from there another friend would be driving to Queen Creek. The witness stated that they arrived in the area at approximately 20:40 hours, and they just waited outside the vehicle until approximately 2100, the time the invitation indicated the party began. Once they observed several people entering the residence, they began walking towards the residence as well. The witness stated that once inside the residence, he observed some kids drinking alcoholic beverages, and he was just standing inside. When they noticed that they did not recognize anyone at the party, they decided to leave. The witness stated that they began walking out of the residence and almost at their vehicle. The witness stated that he noticed two groups of people running. One group was of approximately 10, and the second was 15 to 20 juveniles. The witness stated that the larger group began pushing and punching the smaller group, and then observed a male on the ground. He stated that when the male was on the ground, the group of kids began recording and humping the individual on the ground before they all ran away. The witness stated that when everyone had run out, he tried to help the individual on the ground and placed him in the recovery position. When he was doing so, he noticed that the male stopped breathing and had vomit coming out of his nose. The witness stated that he began doing CPR on the male until police arrived. I asked the witness if he had remembered an altercation taking place at the party or if he knew how this incident started, but he stated that he didn't. I asked if he knew the individual that he assisted or anyone involved in the altercation, and he stated that he did not. The witness stated that he goes to school in Ahwatukee, and he and his friends are not from the area. I asked the witness if he saw who punched the individual that he assisted, or a description of the possible suspect, but he stated that he did not see anyone. The witness's mother was contacted, and she came to the police station to pick up her son. The mother was identified as Marish Varley. Once the interview with the witness was completed, he was released to his mother. I went back to the scene of the incident where I contacted a male identified via Arizona driver's license as redacted. I asked that witness to explain to me everything that had occurred that night. That witness stated that he learned about this party via Snapchat social media. That witness stated that he first learned about the party via a post on Snapchat, handle of redacted, had published, and stated that the post had been reposted several times by numerous people. That witness stated that all of his friends, to include a redacted person, had gathered and headed towards the party. That witness stated that at the party, they were there for a very little time, as they did not know anyone there, and they decided to leave the party. That witness stated that as they were leaving and heading to their vehicle, he heard two groups of people chasing each other. That witness stated that he stopped behind a mailbox as he did not want to be confused in the altercation, and he observed one group pushing another. During the altercation, he observed a male on the ground, face down, not moving. That witness stated that the group was kicking the male on the ground before running away from the area. That witness stated that they attempted to help the male on the ground that was unconscious, and his friend, along with another friend, began administering CPR. That witness advised that he observed vomit coming out of the individual's mouth, along with cuts in the face and knees. He waited at the intersection to give directions to the caller and waved police down when they arrived. I asked that witness how the inside of the residence the party was at, and he stated that there were approximately 90 kids and that they were drinking. I asked if there were any kids vomiting or extremely intoxicated, and he stated that he observed kids stumbling drunk, but no vomiting or unconsciousness. After the interview with the witness, I was requested to assist a detective with a protective residential sweep before the execution of a search warrant at the residence where the party took place, located at, the address is redacted. During the sweep, no one else was located inside the residence, and detectives took over the investigation. This is by Richard Lyons, the author on this one. Call out. On Saturday, October 28th at approximately 2200 hours, I was contacted by Sergeant Jost, advising me patrol was currently working a case involving a male juvenile later identified as Preston Lord, who was 16 years old and was assaulted in the area of Villa del Rancho and 193rd Street in Queen Creek. Additional reports stated that the victim was assaulted by multiple people, leaving him lying in the street unresponsive and without a pulse. Sergeant Joust requested that I respond to the scene and assist with the investigation. Detective J. Irivi also responded to the scene and took the lead on this case. For information on her involvement, refer to the supplemental reports. Upon arrival, I was briefed by patrol, and they informed me that Preston Lord, age 16, was assaulted by unknown suspects and left unconscious laying in the roadway with unknown trauma. Someone was located in front of the residence, and they were transported to Chandler Regional Hospital in critical condition. At the time of my initial response, no suspects had been identified. Okay, that's Preston Lord was located at the front, and he was transferred. It was estimated that approximately 150 juveniles attended a Halloween costume party located at that address. Per multiple reports, juveniles were consuming alcohol and using THC marijuana vape devices. The following is a summary of the interviews and not verbatim. Okay, so interview with a witness. Witness stated that she attends Higley High School, and prior to arriving at the party, she was hanging out with a friend. The witness mentioned seeing an invite on Snapchat for a Halloween party at that address. The witness stated she had never received the invite personally, but saw that it advertised alcohol and weed. The witness drove to the party with someone in someone's silver BMW bearing California plates. They arrived at approximately 21:30 and parked on Via del Rancho, east of 194th Street. While at the party, the witness stated that she observed approximately 150 juveniles scattered throughout the property, most concentrated on the backyard and the RV garage locations. The witness stated that she observed a physical altercation between two unknown subjects in the backyard. Both subjects punched each other. One of the males was wearing what she described as an orange prison outfit. The witness stated she doesn't know either party or what the fight was about. Soon after that fight started, it was broken up and an older male, possibly the homeowner, came out and told everyone to get off his property. The witness stated that she began walking back to her vehicle when she observed a group of guys surrounding a male subject on the ground, later identified as Preston Lord. She described Preston wearing a blue jersey with black shorts. She described injuries to Preston's knees and blood was apparent on the nose and mouth. She stated he appeared blue in the face. As she approached the group, she asked if Preston was okay, and they mentioned he didn't have a pulse. The witness stated that people surrounding Preston were trained lifeguards and began performing life-saving measures such as CPR. I asked the witness if she had any knowledge of who attacked Preston, and she stated she had no idea. She said she had just moved here from California and doesn't know many people. The witness is a white female, brown shoulder-length hair, black sports bra, black jeans, and white shoes. Here's another interview with another witness who's a junior at Higley High School. They arrived at the party approximately 21:20 to 21:30 hours with a friend. She said when they got to the house, they saw cars everywhere and approximately 50 people inside the party. Initially, the witness and her friend just walked around the property to see who all was there and if they recognized anyone. The witness stated she saw juveniles drinking alcohol in the backyard and the RV garage locations and no adults in sight. The witness stated after a few minutes of being there, she observed an unknown male pick a fight with another unknown male. One of the males was wearing a striped black and white prison suit, and he had a cut on his chin and a bloody nose and a possibly bruised eye. Quickly after the fight started, an adult male came out of the house and yelled at everyone to get off the property. The witness and her friend began walking back to their car when they saw a boy on the ground, Preston Lord, and several people surrounding him with the phone lights shining on him. The witness did not know any of the boys or the circumstances as to why Preston Lord was attacked, but some of the boys were saying that he got jumped and got knocked out. The witness stated Preston's face appeared blue in color, and kids began checking his pulse and discovered he was not breathing. The witness described one of the boys around Preston wearing an orange prison jumpsuit, and another boy who gave CPR was possibly named. The witness also mentioned that a boy by the name of redacted, who she just met, was giving mouth-to-mouth to Preston. The witness stated she was having difficulty recalling who everyone was because she never met them before. When the police arrived, the witness stated two boys ran down the street to get the officer's attention. The witness stated she had no idea what may have started the fight, but she heard from the boy in the orange jumpsuit that Preston was jumped by 8 to 15 guys, unknown who they might be. She stated the group was gone when she saw Preston on the ground. The witness is a white female with light brown hair wearing a black one-piece dress. In order to process the scene for evidence, I completed a request for a search warrant to process the residence, as well as the black GMC Sierra that bear Arizona plates. Maricopa County issued the search warrant, and these warrants were signed and issued by the Honorable Lindsay Hughes of the Maricopa County Superior Court. Copy of the signed warrant was left with the homeowner and inside the vehicle. Crime scene evidence specialist Thurmond soon arrived on scene and began processing the residence and vehicle for evidence and taking photographs. Please see her supplement for further details. It should be noted that as I walked the RV garage location, I smelled a strong odor of alcohol, and several bottles and cans of alcohol were found inside the garbage bin outside the garage. This concludes my involvement on the night of 10/28. Okay, this is Seth Blount again. Says on 11/3, a subject who wanted only to be called Ross called the Queen Creek Police Department. Reference information he received regarding that case. I contacted Ross and placed my conversation on speaker so that I could record it using my Axon body-worn camera. The following is a summary of what Ross learned from Lori Spiker on 11/2. It's not verbatim. Ross stated that on 11/2 he was having a conversation with Lori Stryker, and she told him the following information. Ross heard that there was a video on someone's phone showing Kyler Renner, who is Talon's older brother and a fentanyl dealer. Kyler is possibly going to jail soon over drugs. The witness had the video on his phone, and Talon wanted to get the video back from someone. When that person refused to give Talon the video, a group of kids held someone down and someone was beaten. Talon was hammer punching while someone was being held down. Preston was being held down. After the party, Talon then reached out to family members on the app Life 360, but no one responded. Talon then contacted Briggs, Lori's son, and told him what happened. Travis owns a chain of gyms. Now, Travis, is Talon's father. He owns a chain of gyms. We talked about that, his gyms, right? And has houses in Texas, Arizona, California. Travis has a house up north in Arizona by Show Low, Forest Hills or Forest Lakes. He's unsure about that part. Talon's dad is hiding him so that the wounds on Talon's hands can heal. Talon is with Travis somewhere in or around the Valley area. The information came from Lori Spiker, who recently moved to Utah. Lori came back to Arizona for something and left again for Utah. Ross told Lori she needs something. Ross didn't want any part of the investigation. An anonymous tip came in. The caller advised QCP should speak to someone, but they know may be involved in the assault. No other information was obtained. This is from Robert Sandoval. On 10/31/2023, Sergeant Joust, Criminal Investigations Unit, tasked me with handling the calls for service and some tips from other sources, from people that wanted to share information related to the ongoing homicide investigation that occurred on the night of Saturday, October 28th. The victim in this case is Preston Lord, a Coombs High School student who was at a house party with friends. And during this investigation, there's been a number of social media posts and screenshots of messages related to the case. Phone calls were recorded with my body-worn camera or digitally recorded and were uploaded into evidence.com. Below is a summary of the information provided. Refer to the BWC video to hear the conversation in its entirety. Okay, so this is date of contact, Coriana Lee. RP heard someone say that he was at a party and his friends have video of the incident involving. Any further information? Possible video of the incident. Okay. Coriana's son was trick-or-treating and hanging out with a friend on 10/31/2023 at her home. Coriana did not know someone's last name, but she said that the mom is Jen and Jen's number is blah, blah, blah. A group walked. They were trick-or-treating and hung out at a house, and they walked home with Coriana's son to his house. where Coriana met them, I guess. Someone in Coombs High School, possibly 11th grade. Someone mentioned the incident and said that he knew someone. He said that he was at the party where Preston Lord was beat up. They told Coriana that he did not witness it, but he had friends that had a video of it happening. The person admitted to Coriana that there was drinking at the party and that he was drinking. Coriana did not have further information for anyone, but mentioned that someone and or Mom Jen would have more information on it. The initial interview was uploaded. Okay, and this is Robert Sandoval again. On 10/31, Sergeant Joust tasked me with handling the calls for service. Okay, related to this. Phone calls were recorded on the body-worn camera. Date of contact was Chris Martinez, RP's daughter, Hamilton High School, 11th grade, and drove to the party but never got out of the vehicle. Heard from others. Any information related to the subjects? Redacted. Hamilton High School was involved and may have investigated the attack where Preston Lord was killed. Chris Martinez has twins that attend Hamilton High School. He asked if they knew anything about the party where Preston Lord was killed. There's a video floating around of the victim unconscious. Someone went to the party. She told Chris that as she was getting there, the ambulance and police were leaving. They left as soon as they arrived and they did not get out of their vehicle. The person did not witness the attack. Chris's daughter heard a kid named Redacted was involved. Someone heard that someone instigated it. One rumor is the victim did not do anything. Another rumor is that the victim was talking or flirting with someone's girlfriend. Hamilton had homecoming that same night as the night Preston Lord was killed, Saturday, 10/28. The information above is from Chris at this time. I have not contacted someone or evidence. The initial interview was recorded, uploaded to evidence.com. Okay. Richard Lyons. On 10/29/2023, I completed a canvass for video surveillance at all residence locations on 194th Street and Via del Rancho. Ring video was obtained from Roberto Carrera via Axon Citizen link and later uploaded to evidence.com. Roberto uploaded approximately 22 Ring camera videos to evidence.com, which show juveniles coming and going from his home party. Locations. Blah, 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 blah. Did not have available surveillance video. Via del Rancho. Video was obtained via Axon Citizen link from a homeowner and was later uploaded to evidence.com. Okay, video was obtained from this location. Locations. All right. Investigation day 2. Attachments, victims' rights, digital photograph and flyer. I went to the incident location, 194th Street and East Via del Rancho, to look at the scene during the light. I did not observe anything noteworthy. However, I was contacted by a resident who said he located a shoe and a black piece of torn clothing in his yard. Said he his yard, blah blah blah. That's redacted. Queen Creek. Another residence provided me a mask they located in their yard. I collected the items and secured them in my department vehicle lockbox. The items remained in the lockbox, and I later provided them to CSIS Thurmond, who placed the items into evidence. At this point, based on the interviews and the information provided, I learned that a flyer had been sent out to masses by an unknown subject Halloween party via Snapchat. The flyer stated, Halloween costume, Rager, this Saturday at 9, open invite, screenshot and repost, ALC, alcohol provided, first come, first served. During my interview at the initial scene of something. He had shown me the Snapchat post, which I took a photograph of using my department-issued cell phone. It was uploaded to Accent Evidence. There had been an incident involving two people while in the backyard of the residence where the party was being held. I learned that there had been a subject by the name of Redacted who had recorded the incident and might have the video. I located information for the person and responded to his residence. I met with the person and their mother, Maria Villa Alba, and the father, Heber Villa Alba. The following is paraphrased summary of my interview. The witness started recording the one guy standing in the middle, told him to delete the video. Guys started closing in, trying to get them out. Once they got to the street, they pulled the chain and yanked it off the person. Said the described big Asian male wearing all white with red tie pulls punches someone in the face. The witness said he was able to locate the pendant that was on his chain, but he did not recover the chain. He described the chain as a rope-style fake chain worth approximately $10. The witness and someone ran to the field and jumped a fence to a house to hide. The witness didn't see much else as they were hiding. The witness said someone called something. A cop answered. The witness provided me with a video he had taken during the argument in the backyard of the residence. I ended my contact with them and his parents. I responded to PCH follow-up on Preston Lord's condition on 10/29. While there, I made contact with family members as well as medical personnel. I was informed Preston Lord was believed not to survive his injuries and that he was showing signs of an irreparable brain injury. I made contact via telephone with Jeanette Ball, a PCH social worker, who confirmed Preston Lord's injuries were being referred to as neurologically devastating. I maintained communication with PCH social workers for status updates as they were made available until Preston Lord's passing. Okay, this is Johanna Iribi. She made contact with the school resource officer at Hamilton High School. He was able to locate information. I responded to the school and was able to get information for his parents, and I contacted the parents and explained the situation and requested if I could speak with their child. The parents stated they could remain on speaker while we spoke to their child. The SRO was able to have the person meet inside a conference room, the interview with that person. The following is a summary, okay? They had found out about the party through Snapchat around Tuesday or Wednesday, the week of. And that person and their friends arrived at the party about 21:15 hours and only stayed until 21:37. That person, costume, Magic Mike, white tank top, tie, and hat. His friends were dressed as characters from the movie The Hangover. That person rode to the party with his friend. His mom's vehicle, tan Chevy Tahoe. Once at the party, that person said some of the kids he had gone to middle school with approached him to greet him. Sometime after, someone confronted someone, referenced some issues they had. The issues stemmed from school, in which someone believed that someone was responsible for some rumors. There had been a full investigation through the school, which someone was found not to be responsible for the rumors. The witness said the party was the first time he and another person had seen each other. The witness approached someone while in the backyard of the residence where the party was held. That person wanted to fight, however, the witness did not want to. The person had left for a moment and returned with a bunch of friends and continued trying to get the witness to fight. The witness explained there was a kid who had begun recording the verbal argument. He said that attention got diverted to the subject recording, and the witness took advantage of that moment and left. He said his friends were already waiting at the vehicle and they all left. The witness was able to identify himself in the video provided by someone. He also identifies someone else to be the subject standing next to the subject in the white suit, later confirmed to be Preston Billy. According to the witness, the incident in the backyard was only verbal and did not have any other information, as he had left the party prior to the assault. The witness, since the incident, has been contacted by people trying to get any details. However, since he left, he does not know what happened. The witness stated he did not see any alcohol at the party and did not know if people brought alcohol to the party. I ended my contact with him. Myself and Detective Warskow responded to the area of 194th Street and East Via del Rancho Road to canvass the neighborhood for any additional footage. We made contact at an address in which I was able to obtain video footage. The homeowner, Lisa, uploaded into Axon Evidence. I was contacted by PCH social worker who informed me that Preston Lord's family had decided to allow hospital staff to cease any medical interventions. Myself and Detective Warsko responded to PCH. I was informed Preston Lord had passed at about 15:30 hours. I was informed that Preston Lord passed approximately 20 to 30 minutes after medical interventions, such as the ventilator, were removed. The Maricopa Medical Examiner's Office was contacted to report the death. They informed me that they would not be responded to PCH. CSIS J. Thurmond responded to the hospital to assist with photographs of Preston Lord. I remained on scene until the CSIS J. Thurmond completed her photographs. She also bagged both hands in preparation for the medical examiner to process Preston's hands for trace DNA. The following are my observations regarding injuries to Preston Lord. A left abrasion to the right eyebrow and under the right eye. Abrasions and bruising to the chin. Small abrasions to the left and right hands near the bony areas. A small scratch to the area near the sternum. Minimal bruising to the forearm and upper arm region. Abrasions to both knees. See photographs taken by CSIS for full details and specifics. Detective Warskow and I followed the PCH staff as they escorted someone's body to Preston Lord's body to the morgue located within the hospital. And this is Joanna Uribe. Autopsy. On 10/31/2023, Detective Warskow and I responded to the Maricopa County Medical Examiner's Office for Preston Lord's autopsy. Due to an oversight on my behalf and not having appropriate physical identification, I was unable to physically be present for the autopsy. However, Detective Warskow was able to observe and maintained me informed, as well as contacted me with any possible questions that might arise from the medical examiner performing the autopsy examination. The following is a summary of what Detective Warskow told me of the observations during the autopsy, as well as any information that the medical examiner provided at the conclusion of the autopsy. The same injuries observed initially on Preston. Some abrasions to the back of the head, swelling to the brain, bruising inside of the head, hemorrhage in the brain, abnormalities to the blood vessels. Samples of tissue and blood vessels were taken and would be sent to further testing. The medical examiner did not provide a preliminary cause of death. Detective Warskow later placed any evidence provided by the medical examiner in QC PD evidence and of the information related to the autopsy. Okay, it should be noted that by the end of 10/31, numerous tips have been provided as follows. 10/29/2023, a screenshot of the Snapchat profile Talon with the message, "I hit a kid and he fell. The kid died." Multiple screenshots of the subject in a white suit, later identified as Preston Billy, a video of Preston being dragged. The two subjects visible were from the Owataki group who had provided aid. The video is believed to be of Owataki group pulling Preston out of the roadway to render aid. 10/30/2023, a screenshot shared by someone of the text message thread Vigil told me kid in white stomped him, along with a screenshot of Preston believed to have been taken from another video that later was provided to the OCPD. This video is believed to be the video in which Preston is with someone, aka someone else. 10/31/2023, a screenshot of a Snapchat conversation from a user, Talon, with the following message. It's Talon Renner, and this is the kid that stomped his face in. A screenshot of Talon Renner's Instagram. Screenshots of a Snapchat user indicated Talon Renner was involved. Learned the first name of Preston to be the subject in the white suit. Talon Renner's Snapchat username via a screenshot. 10/31/2023, a screenshot with a list of names of people involved. Mason Jostin, Preston, and Talon Renner. I also had obtained unconfirmed information that some of the individuals involved in the physical disturbance that led to the assault on someone and someone might be associated with the group called the Gilbert Goons or the Goonies. It should be noted that on 10/31/2023, Preston Billy and his parents had come into the QCPD station on their own accord. QCPD has not been able to positively identify Preston's last name. Preston and his parents left before making contact with detectives. Video footage from the station was reviewed. The Arizona driver's license photograph for Preston, along with social media for Preston Billy, and I was able to positively identify Preston Billy as being the subject in the white suit in the screenshots and digital media provided. I later contacted Preston Billy via telephone and was informed that he had retained an attorney. I contacted the attorney and provided my contact information. By this time, the investigation detectives assisting with the investigation had conducted multiple interviews, contacted multiple tips, and canvassed for any additional video surveillance. Please see supplements. Joanna Uribe. It should be noted that surveillance is being documented in chronological order of date and time. Okay, video surveillance provided by Jessica Scott. The footage was obtained by a community request, viewable per caption on the community request. 2 females and 5 males arrive at the residence. 1937 hours shows something and his group to include someone leaving the residence. Video surveillance review. This was obtained by Detective Lines and it's all redacted except for it was related to the assault. Run southbound past the residence where the party occurred. Okay, all that's redacted. Subjects believed to be the residents of the home go into their fenced yard and close the garage doors. Video surveillance review. This is obtained by Detective Lyons. A light-colored passenger car seen traveling in the cul-de-sac. 3 passengers' cars are seen turning around due to the road being a cul-de-sac and then traveling westbound. A large white truck is seen parked on the north side of the cul-de-sac facing west. The front passenger is seen exiting the vehicle and walking back towards a bush, returns to the truck and then returns to the bush once more, then goes back to the front passenger side of the truck. The truck is seen westbound and then the video ends. The white truck is stopped for a moment and then travels westbound. Okay, then there's more footage. This footage was obtained by me and Detective Warskow. some vehicle and pedestrian activity making their way towards what is believed to be the residence where the party occurred. Then the group referred to as the Awatuki group and believed to be walking towards the residence where the party occurred based on one of the subjects wearing the orange jumpsuit. Okay, and they're saying on all those, nothing noteworthy, and then there's more pedestrian and vehicular activity, however, nothing of relevance observed. Subjects seen walking towards the SUV which had been parked. There's a lot of stuff here, but it's all redacted. Video surveillance, timestamp ahead by something about 21 to 23 minutes. This video was obtained by Detective Lyons. It should be noted the video is black and white. Video quality at a distance is not of a quality to observe facial features. However, any descriptions provided could be documented and determined as documented. It said footage, nothing noteworthy. Due to the distance, that one, okay. This one said nothing noteworthy other than a horn heard. Nothing noteworthy other than a horn heard in the background. A veil is heard in the background. A yell is heard in the background. Some lighting is seen in the distance. Nothing noteworthy. Sirens are heard in the background. Law enforcement is on scene. Then there was nothing noteworthy of that. Initial Nest video surveillance. They said black and white footage of the west patio and west side of the front yard to the residence. 9 subjects by the patio gate. 2 to 3 subjects were near the roadway. Approximately 3 females in the front yard. Gold color item of clothing on the fence, believed to be a cloak worn by Jacob Meisner. 3 subjects walk in from the inside of the yard to the west gate. Male black top hat with white trim, curly, poofy, light brown, black with white pinstripe suit, vest and pants, white undershirt, black with white stripes, shoes, possibly Adidas, male subject, black top hat with white trip, white suit and black shoes, identified as Preston Billy. A white male, purple hat, black feather with white black trim, white tank top, blue jeans, and dark white shoes. Grabs the gold cloak from the wall, puts it on, identified as Jacob Meisner. White male, dirty blonde hair, possibly a wig, black undershirt, brown vest, brown pants, and black shoes. Black and white footage of males entering the residence. A white male, dark colored hat fedora, dark vest, short sleeve undershirt, light colored pants, dark shoes. White male, dark pants, dark shoes, possible dark vest with dark long sleeve and dark hair. Light skinned male, dark hair, t-shirt with graphic or emblem on the upper left side, black pants, white shoes. Preston running and laughing towards the front door. 2 males stay outside as one finishes smoking. A white male smoking with a dark fedora, light colored, long sleeve, dark vest, dark pants, and dark shoes. A light-skinned male, dark hair, dark fedora, dark long sleeve, rolled up to the elbows, dark pants, and black dress shoes. Jacob Meister exits the front door, followed by the male with a dark fedora, dark vest with a long, light sleeve, dark pants, and black with light-colored shoes. Subject with longer hair, dark-colored suit jacket, dark pants, and white shoes. 4 subjects follow, from which Preston Billy can be identified, followed by 3 females. White female, white knee-high boots, a light-colored miniskirt, some sort of bra-style top, long loose sleeve undershirt, light-colored vest, light-colored shorts, white cowgirl boots, Long brown hair with a large bow, dark, shiny sequins miniskirt, black high heel boots, followed by two subjects, a white male, medium length, long sleeve, white vest with the black, shiny, silky black pants, and light with dark sole shoes. Female, long sleeve, light mini skirt and black boots. After a few seconds, a subject with possibly some sort of mask, hooded sweater, baggy pants with what appears to be a cow print and black shoes. All appear to get into separate groups and go to different directions. It is unknown if they get into vehicles. 5 males, to include Preston, exit the front in normal clothes and walk westbound. The last male fits Jacob Meisner's description, but not confirmed, as the face cannot be seen. It should be noted that some of the images, screenshots, media provided have been provided by multiple sources. I will not list duplicate media files. So then list the files here that says Snapchat conversation screenshot that has a profile of Talon stating, "I hit this kid and the kid feel his head, and then they kicked his head in the ground. Then I got word he died, so I don't know." Okay, this is Officer Vasquez, Instagram profile, then a photograph. It's Talon Renner and this kid who stomped his face, along with a photograph depicting the unidentified male in the white suit with the red tie. This is Robert Sandoval. He's handling the calls. Phone calls were recorded. We know all that. Initial date. This is Nick Palmer. Reporting person, Nick's stepson. Information on Gilbert Goons. Nick's stepson received threats from 2 individuals they believe to be Gilbert Goons. They do not know the names, but has received messages from the following phone numbers. The numbers are labeled as Goon 1 and Goon 2. The threats occurred in Gilbert. I asked Nick if they made a police report. Reference the threats. They are concerned about retaliation and have not made a report, and Nick was hesitant to provide his stepson's name as they do not want to be available to the public or any of the individuals involved with the threats. Nick thinks that the Gilbert Goons are considered a gang by local law enforcement. List of names who Nick believes are Gilbert Goons. Talon Renner. Hold on one minute. Sorry about that. My nose, I don't know why my nose is getting all stuffy. Talon Renner, Preston Billy, Talon Vigil, Jake Meisner, Take, Jacob Pennington, someone on Instagram, witness driving a white vehicle at a wagon wheel on 11/11, Toyota Camry, black wheels, black spoiler, verse 3 of license plate X9A. Somebody on Instagram, Nick said they attended a number of different schools. They attended Castile High School, Perry High School, Basha High School, Hiley High School, and Highland High School. The Gilbert Goons are known to hang out at the following locations: EOS Fitness and Power and German. Okay, and that's in Gilbert. Then EOS Fitness and at Hiley and Pecos. These are open 24 hours. The In-N-Out Burger at Santan Village Marketplace. The Wagon Wheel. And that's in Gold Mine Trailhead in Queen Creek. Santan Mountain Regional Park. Vehicles parked near. Coordinates. Nick shared the following information on 11/11/2023. At approximately 9:28 p.m., Nick's stepson was at a bonfire at the Wagon Wheel and saw the Goons. He called Nick and left once he saw the Goons. Nick's stepson identified Jacob Pennington as the driver of a white Camry with black wheels and a black spoiler. The first 3 letters of the license plate were X9A. Mike Williams is Nick's stepson's biological father. He also had the Goons numbers Nick's stepson provided. Mike sent text message to the Goon 2 number and had the following text conversation with Goon 2. Mike, police are on to you. Goon 2, who dis? Mike, they know about you and somebody else. Goon 2, so what? Goon 2, stomp buddy out. Investigation using law enforcement resources. 1, tried to find information related to the 2 phone numbers provided by Goon 1 and Goon 2, as well as information related to a white Toyota Camry with a license plate beginning X9A. Found the following information. Source, possible wireless carrier on voice spectrum, blah, 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 blah. Okay, that's Goon 1, Goon 2, so they found some stuff, possible VoIP, Arizona plates, lien holder, Adam Wade Pennington, Jacob Lee Pennington, on a 4-door Toyota Camry, 2022, an expired TRP permit for Tyler Seth Goldenberg. The initial interview was recorded. In conclusion, Nick said that his stepson is very concerned about retaliation. If a detective wants to contact Nick's stepson, please contact Nick. The information was shared with CIU. Okay. This is Robert Sandoval. Let's see, he's got the calls. Another call for service. Reporting person, Sergeant Dan Stajenga. Okay. Reporting person, source of information. Is someone at Red Mountain High School in 11th grade, the granddaughter of Al Moore, who reported information to Sergeant Stajenga. First-hand information that witness told others at the school that she was at the party and witnessed the fight. She can identify the suspect but is not going to share the information. 11/3/2023 contacted the reporting party. He called in to advise us that Al Moore, the Mesa Public Schools Director of School Safety and Security, advised him that Al's granddaughter had information related to the investigation. Al advised the RP that his granddaughter is a junior at Red Mountain High School. The granddaughter told Al that a girl in her class, named Redacted, also a junior, had been telling others that she was at the party, witnessed the fight, and that she can identify the suspect. They searched Red Mountain High School information, and the only something in the system was something redacted. I contacted Nora Bunton on the phone. Her mother, Nora, said on 10/28 her daughter was with her feeding horses at Circle C stables around 5:30 to 6 until about 8:30 to 9. They own 2 horses and rotate taking turns feeding the horses. It usually takes them between 3 hours in the evening. Circle C Stables is located at Apache Junction, Arizona. Nora said that her daughter's only friend who drives is Faith Wesley, who she met at the ranch and graduated from high school last year, turned 18 in March. Her daughter and Faith have not talked in months due to a dispute in their friendship. Nora agreed to leave work early so detectives could speak with her daughter while Nora was present at school. On 11/3, I spoke with the person on the phone, and she told me the following. She said the witness said she was not really at the party on 10/28. She said that she was at a party at the Hitching Post Saloon with her sister and someone's boyfriend. The Hitching Post Saloon is located at Apache Junction. I asked the witness if she would be any of the video surveillance that was at the party, and she replied no. Shortly after speaking with the witness, I talked to Nora again. Nora told me that she dropped her daughter off at the Hitching Post around 8:15 p.m. to 8:30. Nora said that her husband brought them home when they got home no later than 10:45:11. Nora sent a message with a screenshot from their Ring home camera. It showed a female and a male at 11:07. Nora sent a text of a screenshot of a video from a Snapchat that she told me that her daughter took after Nora dropped them off at the hitching post. The information on the screenshot showed it was Apache Junction, Arizona at approximately 9:07 p.m. Okay, per Google Maps, it takes 26 minutes to drive from the party in Queen Creek to someone's house in Mesa. It takes 15 minutes to drive from the Hitching Post Saloon to someone's house in Mesa. I spoke with Al Moore, the director of school safety. Al confirmed the information that Sergeant Stajenga previously recorded. I explained that it may be been different. Al said he would check with them to get more information. Al sent a photo of something to confirm it was the same person she overheard in class, and she told Al, yes, that's her, after seeing the person's picture. Added that she overheard someone tell a Red Mountain High School teacher, Miss Williams, that information about the party. I heard about Miss Williams being able to identify suspects, and that she also said she was not going to tell anybody because she's not a snitch. At this time, I have not recontacted any of the involved parties. Oh my goodness, I am so tired. I want to just see now. I might have to stop there. I'm going to just see what else is going on right now. Let's see. Florida man arrested torturing woman for 2.5 months. Oh my gosh. 6-year-old boy kills a 5-year-old boy with a loaded handgun. Oh my gosh. Found at the grandparents' house. Oh my gosh. That was in Michigan. Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. Texas man charged with gunning down his son in an argument over money. See here. Diddy done. Grand jury looms. A 12-year-old boy that's known for reciting Martin Luther King Jr.'s speech is killed by a dad in suspected double murder-suicide in Missouri. Wow. A missing minister's wife and friend vanish. They failed to pick up their children from home in Oklahoma. Wow. They're from Hugoton, Kansas. And then that boy, that one that stabbed his mother right after she had her baby. Florida prosecutors said on Wednesday that the knife used to kill his mother was only recently sent to a lab for testing. Oh, wow. And Chad Daybell, I think they finally got his jury selected. I didn't sleep all night. Urgent search for a missing autistic teen who vanished while riding a bike. Man critically shot while at a Maryland Applebee's. Oh my gosh. Preston Lord's parents react following a report released on... Okay, let's listen to this one. Preston Lord's parents are reacting to this report. The family of 16-year-old Preston Lord spoke out following a police report that provided additional details about his death, while 7 people are facing charges in his fatal beating. Preston Lord passed away in a hospital 2 days after an October 28th assault in Queen Creek. His death was investigated as a homicide after police found him badly beaten near 194th Street and Villa del Rancho Road. All 7 suspects have been charged with murder and kidnapping. Turner and Meisner are facing an additional charge of robbery. During an interview with People, the victim's parents, Nick Lord and Autumn Curiel, spoke with their attorney and described Preston as an honors student who, and I quote, Preston Lord was a beloved son, grandson, brother, nephew, cousin, uncle, and friend to many, always willing to lend a helping hand to anyone in need. He was doing the right thing, but was in the wrong place at the wrong time, in a neighborhood where he had always felt safe. And that was issued by the lawyer Bryn K. DeFusco on the behalf of the victim's parents. His parents, and I quote this as well, Nick Lord and Autumn Curiel each shared a close bond in relationship with him. The emptiness left in his absence is a constant reminder of the easygoing and generous soul they lost. Preston was a National Honor Student, a student council member, and a 3-sport athlete. He was looking forward to his basketball tryouts the following Monday. Instead, his life ended violently, extinguishing all of his potential. Nick and Autumn will never witness him blossom into the remarkable human he was. They now grapple with the harsh reality of his demise. The milestones they anticipated celebrating with Preston will never come to fruition. It's every parent's worst nightmare. The statement follows the release of the police report, 1,162 pages, by the Queen Creek Police Department. The report provides a detailed account of the evidence collected by investigators in the months preceding the arrest. Let's see here. All 7 suspects pled not guilty and are due back in court on April 30th. It took investigators several months to identify the subjects, prompting anger among residents. Some of them claimed that the influential families of the boys were obstructing the course of justice. Okay, so let's go back and see now here. Let's see. This is a phone call. The reporting person, Chris Billy, RP's son, Preston Billy. RP told dispatchers that his son was a witness to the incident. Information on the call. Chris's son witnessed the fight. Reference. Son might have suspect information. There is a picture of Chris's son circulating on social media. Chris said that he called in earlier to talk about his son's involvement in this incident, but due to the serious nature of the matter, he was advised to seek legal counsel. Chris said he would meet with an attorney and then would reach out to police. He did not provide his son's name or his information. Okay. The initial interview was recorded and uploaded. Cursory law enforcement search showed that Preston Billy is Chris Billy's son. And other tips that were called in were related to Preston. The information was shared with CIU. Okay, this is somebody that their daughter may have information. So, Sergeant Melissa Lord from the Phoenix Police Department. Sergeant Chico's daughter may have attended the party where the victim was killed. Daughter may have suspect information. Called Phoenix Police Sergeant Lord. She advised that another sergeant at her agency, Jeff Chicos, has a daughter that it may have attended the party where Preston Lord was killed. The sergeant's daughter may have the suspect information. Sergeant Lord provided a good phone number for the sergeant. this is another call, 11/1/2023. William Hines, who's the father of William Owen Hines, who goes by Owen. He heard directly from his son, Owen, who witnessed the fight at the party. Owen Hines told his father he knows at least 2 people involved in the fight. William Hines is the father of William Owen Hines. Owen dropped out of the Perry High School 1 year ago and has been working menial jobs since then. Owen was at the party on Saturday. He told his family about it yesterday. Owen is on juvenile probation, and he talked to his probation officer. Owen was nervous because he thought that being at that party might be a violation of his probation. Owen said he was at the party with 2 friends. While Owen was walking out of the party to leave, he saw a random kid pulled another random kid's chain from behind. It turned into a melee. Owen witnessed what happened. He told his father that it was very chaotic. He said that he could see kids involved and knew at least 2 of the kids in the fight. Dad asked, 4 kids on one? Owen responded to his dad, yeah, no one helped out. Owen lives in Gilbert with his mom, Laura Hines. Okay, I'm going to give a gate code and the mother's phone number. Let's see. Okay, this is on 11/4/2023, approximately. This is Jose Garcia. Camille Llewellyn wanted to report further information related to the case. Camille currently resides in Utah and requested telephone contact. I spoke to Camille about the information she wanted to provide, in which she stated the following. Camille stated that her stepson, Brigham Breaks Perry, had called his biological mother, Laura Spiker, to tell her that Talon Renner called him on 10/28/2023, stating he had killed Preston Lord. Camille had heard about this information through her husband, Trevor Perry, who told Camille that Lori had called him in order to talk some sense into Brigham so that he could provide the information to the police. Camille stated that Trevor had the conversation between Lori and him recorded on his cell phone. Camille mentioned that once Brigham was confronted about the statement, he appeared to backtrack and say Talon only hit someone and did not kick him. Camille elaborated on the relationship between Brigham and Talon, as they are stepbrothers, due to Lori and Travis Renner being an on-again, off-again relationship for several years in the past. I was able to speak to Trevor about the conversation between him and Lori and the information he obtained. Trevor stated the following. Trevor Perry. Trevor stated on 11/3/2023, at approximately 13:14 hours Utah time, Laura Spiker called him. Trevor mentioned that due to him and Laura's previous history, he had installed an application on his phone which records his phone calls. Lori told Trevor that Talon was at a party, punched a kid, and the kid ended up dead. Lori told Trevor that this is typical Renners. They're always in trouble. He's a good kid, but he got drunk. Trevor called Brigham on 11/3/2023 at approximately 19:04 hours to speak to him about the information Talon told him. Brigham told Trevor that Lori does not know a lot and that she is saying stuff that didn't happen. Brigham did state that Talon hit Preston, but it was other subjects that kicked him. Trevor was able to provide the audio recording of the phone call with him and Lori, which was ultimately uploaded to Axon Evidence. Additional information. Lori currently lives in either Arizona with her children or in Utah with her parents. Brigham's current location is unknown due to constantly moving residents. Brigham is on Travis Renner's phone plan, and Travis owns an unknown amount of Orange Theory Fitness around Arizona. The detective conducting the investigation was notified the audio being uploaded. Okay. in order for them to listen to it. Okay. And this is Erica Vasquez. Okay, so we went to 314. And we read about, 54 pages or so. Let's just, I guess we have to start the word cookie. I'm wondering, I don't know. Maybe we should stop doing this. It doesn't seem many people are interested in this, huh? I think that people would be, but I don't know. It's very strange. I don't get it. I don't get it. I don't get it, but maybe we have to go and do something else. Okay, let's see. I'll have to see. I'll have to take a poll maybe. Let's see. I, right? G, E, hen, I, N, knee. What about knee? How about, okay, then what are we doing here? Hear ye? No. Okay, now this has got to be I have hinge, eyeing. Uh-oh. Oh, a genie. You're a genie in a bottle. Okay. Okay. I don't know why I thought there was another Y word. I didn't even realize it was 4 letters. How silly. Okay. And then we have... What do you think? What's that last word, guys? Anyone? Hi, Emmy. Anyone? I think tomorrow I may do the police reading earlier. I don't know if I'll do it in the afternoon or sometime. I gotta see what I gotta work around. Just to see the kind of response if we do it earlier. I'm not sure. But I think we'll have to give that a go. And try to see what it does. Oh, Guy, right. Guy, yeah. That's right, Guy. No, it's wrong. Erica Vasquez on November 2nd. I was dispatched to a follow-up phone call. I spoke with the reporting party, Heidi Reed. Heidi stated that her daughter attends Hamilton High School on October 31st. At approximately 700 hours, she was in her first hour class with a male student identified as redacted. Overheard the person stating he overheard other students attended the party and were recording while he was on the ground after he was beaten. Heidi was informed by something another male student identified as someone was at the party and saw everyone rushing out of the house. After speaking with Heidi, I spoke with someone over the phone as well, confirmed she was not at the party that night and confirmed they did not see any video of the incident. There's another one dispatched to police department in reference to a follow-up. I arrived at the main lobby, met 2 female subjects, later identified as 2 of them. I spoke with them. One stated she was speaking with her friend who used to be in a relationship with a male subject identified as Talon Renner. Talon is a member of a gang identified as the Gilbert Goons who reside in Gilbert and go around town assaulting people. This person told someone that Talon is one of the ones responsible for the death of Preston Lord, and that person wished to remain anonymous as their parents were not aware of them. Speaking with PD regarding the incident, I advised them their names would need to be documented in the police report. Okay. Let's see. This is Mario Aranda on November 9th. The RP has information she wants to give in reference to the case. The RP is saying it is secondhand information, believes that Renner Talon, unknown date of birth, was one of the subjects. Is not comfortable leaving her name, but is open to speaking with an officer. She also has pictures of the invitation to the party. The following is an interview with the anonymous caller. I spoke with the anonymous caller and stated his friend, who also wanted to remain anonymous, attends ALA Gilbert North. The friend stated that she attended the party and was unsure if she witnessed or overheard others about the assault that occurred. Anonymous caller stated that Talon Renner was a person of interest. Talon Renner attends ALA Gilbert North, unknown date of birth. Anonymous person stated he has a picture of the screenshot of the flyer invitation that was created and posted the night of the incident regarding a case. I provided the anonymous call, the Axon community request for evidence, and this concludes my involvement. And this is Tylee Willie, said that on 11/2, approximately 14:43 hours, I received a notification of a SWAT call and responded to OCPD. I was advised that CIU had obtained a search warrant for something, and I advised in developing an operations plan. The operation plan was developed based on information provided by CIU regarding the nature of the investigation, the structure, and the known suspects' occupants. I assisted in briefly SWAT regarding the operations plan and individual assignments. I was deployed as a team leader for the involved officers, and we drove to the residence in the armored van. This is when they went in there with the bullhorns and everything in there. The residents were contacted by phone and exited the residence willingly. SWAT officers checked the residents for weapons and turned them over to the CIU detectives. 2 small dogs were secured in the backyard, and the front door was left ajar by the residents before they exited the residence. SWAT officers made announcements into the home at the open front door. SWAT searched the residence for additional individuals and advised CIU personnel the residence was secure. The residents were escorted back into the residence and assisted in moving the dogs into a bathroom that had already been searched. The backyard was then searched, and the residence was turned over to CIU for their detailed search. SWAT left the area. Okay, this is a SWAT, I'm sorry. This is not the one I'm thinking. Okay. On 11/6/2023, approximately 7:30 hours, I met with CIU in their offices for a briefing regarding their continued investigation regarding the incident. I was advised CIU had obtained search warrants for the following addresses. I assisted in developing the operations plans for service on each residence. The operation, oh yeah, they are. This is all of that. Yep. The operation plans were developed based on information provided by CIU regarding the nature of the investigation, the structure, and the known suspects. I assisted in briefly SWAT regarding the operations plans and the individual assignments. I was deployed as the team leader for the involved officers. Officers were additionally deployed in plain clothes for pre-service surveillance at both places. The armored van was driven in, and the residents were contacted by the phone. No one was present within the home upon our arrival, and the adult female resident, who had been out for a walk in the neighborhood, met with the CIU detectives nearby. The female resident advised that the door was unlocked and that only a small, non-aggressive puppy was within the residence. SWAT officers made announcements into the home. After opening the door, SWAT searched the residence for additional individuals and advised CIU personnel when the residence was secure. The residence was turned over to CIU for the detailed search, and SWAT left the area. The armored van and the Bearcat were driven to somewhere, and the residents were contacted by phone. 2 juvenile males were within the residence and secured a large dog within a bathroom of the residence. The juvenile males then exited the residence, and they were checked by SWAT officers for weapons and then turned over to CIU detectives. SWAT officers made announcements into the home after opening the front door. SWAT searched the residence for additional individuals and advised CIU personnel when the residence was secure. The adult female resident had arrived on scene and was escorted into the residence, where they assisted in moving the dog to be secured in the backyard of the residence. Once the bathroom where the dog had been secured was checked, the residence was turned over to CIU for the detailed search, and SWAT left the area. The armored van was driven to the residence, and the residents were contacted by the phone. No residents answered the phone, but an adult female and juvenile male exited the residence, and they were checked for weapons by the SWAT officers and then turned over to the CIU detectives. The female resident advised the front door was unlocked and that there were 2 adult non-aggressive dogs within the residence. SWAT officers made announcements into the home. Opening the front door, SWAT searched the residence for additional individuals and advised CIU personnel that the residence was secure. The dogs were secured in the backyard. During the initial check of the residence, the female resident was escorted into the residence and secured the 2 dogs into a room that had already been checked. Once the backyard was checked, the residence was turned over to the CIU for detailed search, and SWAT left the area. Okay, so you got to remember we are on page 319, and that's where we are in this report. But this is a horrendous case. I don't think it's getting any of the attention that it should be getting. I think there's influences from, people in positions or with money that are kind of, I don't know what they're doing, but it's just not getting the coverage. And I thought, usually by now there'd be some people that would want to learn more about it, but I don't know. I mean, now you're going to have Chad Dable's trial. And this P. Diddy thing. We'll have to see, but this is horrendous, a horrendous case. So this is Erica Vasquez. On November 2nd at approximately 14:10 hours, I was dispatched to follow up regarding the case via phone call. I called the provided phone number and I spoke with a female subject identified as Kimberly Rexing. I just want to see something. Okay. Kimberly Rexing over the phone to begin my investigation. Interview with Kimberly. Kim. Kim stated her granddaughter, that's the Kim's granddaughter, and it's all redacted. Great. This is Criswell Scott. On 10/28 at approximately 21:49, they received a 911 call, reference an alleged assault. Okay, so this person was later advised the victim was unconscious. Bystanders had begun CPR. They responded to the scene. When I arrived on scene, I noted Officer Rodriguez and Officer Grossman were alternating giving CPR compressions to an unresponsive male lying on the side of the street. The injured juvenile was transported to Chandler Regional Hospital with life-threatening injuries. I assumed incident command on the scene at the on-duty watch commander. I made duty commander, PIO, and CIU notifications. I ensured that the potential crime scene was cordoned off with crime scene tape. The crime scene log was initiated and coordinated with CIU to ensure preliminary witness statements were obtained from the witnesses that remained on scene. Additionally, a residence in the immediate area was identified as the location where the victim had been when the alleged assault initially occurred and spilled out onto the street. The residence was secured, awaiting CIU arrival. Once the CIU Sergeant Jost and Investigations Lieutenant Southwick arrived on scene, I ensured patrol officers briefed them on the information received thus far. At approximately 22:48 hours, I spoke with homeowners, and they advised that they were hosting a small Halloween party for two of their daughters, ages 17 and 19. They told me the party was primarily supposed to be in the large detached RV garage adjacent to the main residence, but that some of the youth was hanging out in the backyard area near the residence rear patio in the backyard. The homeowners heard what sounded like a fight being broken up in the backyard because they heard a female saying, "Stop, stop." The homeowners exited the residence via the rear patio and could see a commotion in the backyard and juveniles crowding one another, but did not see anyone actively fighting, nor did they see anyone injured. The homeowners then started telling everyone to leave the party since the party was now large, and they were unsure why or how so many youth had arrived at the residence. The homeowners advised that their daughters attended Hamilton High School in Chandler, Arizona. The homeowners advised that they learned that someone posted their address on social media as being a party spot, so that is likely why all the guests showed up. Of a note, a search of Snapchat to known party threads showed a post by Valley Entertainment that had the something address listed as one of many party sites in the Phoenix Valley. A screenshot was taken of the post and uploaded to the Axon Cloud server. Later in the morning at approximately 0031 hours, two males walked past the makeshift command post. I noted that both males had been at the party because they were in the driveway of the residence for an extended period of time while waiting CIU. The males were known to be under the age of 21, and one male made the comment about being a designated driver. The males walked towards a vehicle in the area and got inside. Once in the driver's seat and the other male was in the passenger seat, both males advised me that they were 19 years old. The male in the driver's seat submitted to a PBT, which indicated there was no alcohol in his system. The male in the front passenger seat, Jacob Nixon, requested to be PBT'd as well. I obtained a reading of 0.135 BAC per the PBT at 34 hours. He verbally indicated that he was intoxicated. Jacob was released on scene since he was a legal adult. He had a designated driver, and officers were working a serious injury aggravated assault. Criminal charges may be filed against Jacob at a later time. After the patrol response was stabilized, incident command was transferred to Lieutenant Southwick. I had no further significant involvement in this incident. Please see my Axon BWC for complete details. Okay. I spoke to Stacy Reeder, who saw the post about the boy who was killed in Queen Creek, and she was wondering if her son was involved. Stacy had no information that was involved, but wanted to know if he was. Stacy stated someone is into drugs, and his girlfriend, who lives in the Santan Valley, was arrested Saturday night. Stacy mentioned a lot of different things, but never mentioned information about the case. Stacy stated someone was recently tased and arrested by the Pinal County Sheriff's Office. Stacy stated while being transferred to Tempe by Department of Child Services, someone jumped out of the car, and that has been on the run ever since. Stacy stated she heard that someone was wanted for attempted murder for beating a homeless man with a pacemaker out of Pinal County. Stacy was told to contact Pinal County Sheriff's Office, reference her questions. There is no information at this time that anyone is involved here. Case is ongoing. Okay. Katie Williams. The purpose of this report. Okay, I was working as a school resource officer at Crimson High School at approximately 10:30 hours on 11/2/23. A student contacted me, was crying, stating that she went to school with the victim and said a friend sent her a video. Showed me a video which showed the victim lying on the ground and one subject moving him while another watched. The witness stated she was at the party but did not observe the incident. Using my department-worn camera, I recorded the video. This is Erica Vasquez. She had an interview with an anonymous female. The female stated she has a son who is of high school age. She refused to identify her son. She was speaking to her son about the dangers of high school parties when her son advised her he saw a screenshot going viral on Snapchat in regard to the incident involving Preston Lord. The son saw the screenshot on November 11th at approximately 1400 hours. The screenshot was a photo of a black screen with text stating, "I hit a kid and this kid fell, hit his head, and then they kicked his head on ground. I got word he died, but I don't know." The screenshot was from Snapchat handle from a user by the name of Talon. The female stated her son was not at the party, did not know anyone at the party, and did not know the victim. The female stated her son also observed the student Talon was live on Instagram on October 31st. While live on Instagram, Talon stated another student, Talon Renner, was responsible for the incident involving Preston Lord. The female offered to send me the video, but it was not sent as this photo had already been received and uploaded to evidence. Okay. And this is Erica. It's another interview with someone named Samantha. Okay. Sam stated she was at home and was called by her friend, identified as something else, who was 14, who was at the party where Preston Lord was killed. This person told Sam she observed Preston on the ground being given CPR. I asked Sam for someone's contact information. She provided it so I could interview her. I called that person. She answered the phone, where I spoke to her and continued my investigation. The witness stated that she was at the party that night when Preston Lord was killed. The witness stated that she got to the party. She went to the backyard and observed approximately 30 people there. At that time, the homeowners began kicking kids out. The witness was only at the party for approximately 30 minutes and observed Preston on the ground being given CPR. She did not observe the incident that caused Preston to be hurt. Oh wow, this is Michael Joust. Maybe we should stop at Michael Joust. That is 326, page 326. Okay, I think it's time to go to bed. It's 4 o'clock in the morning. I've got to get some sleep. I love you guys. God bless. Prayers. We'll see you tomorrow. Everybody be good. Bye-bye. Love you.